Hi everyone, Jonathan is here to not do a rant video. I will be discussing about my road trip to Minnesota to see my aunt and my cousins. Let's start with the beginning. I planned this trip for about 3 years. I remember I had an interview with Kroger back in 2019, but I didn't get hired though. Oh well, fuck that place anyway. I dreamed about my trip for 2020, but it kept getting delay because I had lots of interview with lots of places for the past 2 years. I was like, what the fuck, why didn't they hire me? I was nice and polite. It's stupid to waste my time if they don't wanna hire me. But luckily I got a new job since last July. I like working that place because they treat me like family, so I've been saving some money, but I often spend it because we didn't have a lot of money. Finally, I did save some, and I had a planned trip for April 28th for my cousin's birthday the next day after, but sadly in January I got sick with the fucking coronavirus. Fuck that virus. Because of that, I had to use that savings and the rest of the money on food, and even worse, it was that time when we moved. I had to carry boxes even when I'm sick. Not a lot of people helped us sadly. It was tough times. After my sickness, I did some savings, but often spend it because you know why. Thankfully I had a social security overdue and I got some money for anything we spend on my new computer, microwave, water filter, and other stuff, especially my trip to Minnesota. It was quite expensive for my trip, but it's worth it. It was the end of May when we got more money, so I planned a trip for June 11th on the evening. I request off from work and I bought a bus ticket and a hotel, and then waited 2 weeks for that trip. I remember telling everyone about that trip because how excited I was. Now on June 11th at 6 p.m., I rode the Greyhound bus to Indianapolis, then transferred to St. Louis, then up to Chicago. I bet you know the route I took was off. The Indiana to Minnesota was weird and went the wrong way. I chose the cheaper route and that's why I went to weird way and it took longer. So, the stressful thing is, the bus is uncomfortable to sleep. It was annoying as fuck and I was tired as hell. I remember from St. Louis then straight north of Illinois to Chicago felt so fucking long. It felt like an eternity to drive up there, especially it was a 5-hour route. Even worse, the driver drove slow. Yeah, that driver drove the bus slow, not that fast. She was supposed to drive her faster than that, especially we're on a schedule to transfer buses. She was nice and all, but she drove slow. It was during the night. I was trying to sleep to pass the time, but I was hard to sleep because I felt uncomfortable. We made it to Chicago at 5 a.m. on June 12th, and made it to the bus station around 6 a.m., and the worst part is, I miss my fucking bus. Due to her slowness of driving, I miss my bus route to Minnesota. I felt pissed and stressed out, but luckily, I went in line and told the lady that I miss my bus, and then gave me a bus ticket. Thankfully I didn't have to repay the bus ticket even though missing the next bus wasn't my fault. Instead of driving through Wisconsin, I'm going through Iowa instead. Since I got the new ticket, I had to wait 8 hours for my next bus, which it's a little annoying, but it's fine. I'll explore some of Chicago instead. I went to one of the tallest building in the world, the Sky Deck. It is over 1,000 feet tall. I was originally going to the top, but it was foggy up there. It's still open but not enough to see the view, plus it's non-refundable, so I decided not going. Then I explore more of Chicago downtown, and it's weird it's not super busy as it should normally, but I guess it didn't. The suburbs was busy as I seen the traffic, but not in downtown. Then I had Portillo's in downtown area. It was pretty good. If you guys live in the Chicago area, I recommend trying it because it's that damn good. Anyways, after my 8-hour of explore, it's finally time to catch my bus. We finally got to Iowa in the evening, stopped for a break in Davenport and had Arby's for supper, and passed the world's largest truck stop near Davenport called Iowa 80. Wish I visited there. A drive through Iowa was not much better than driving in Illinois. It's still dragging my ass. Iowa is mostly farmland and I'm bored. Worst part, I've been sitting on my ass for too long that I want to stand up, but the bus is moving and I don't want to fall down and hurt my ass, so I wait until the bus either stops or it's time to transfer. So I made it to Des Moines, Iowa, pretty big city, plus it's in the nighttime, so I made it to the Greyhound station, and it looks crap in my opinion, so I waited 15 minutes and then got on the bus to Minnesota. I remember I got to Minnesota at 6 a.m., and I slept most of the day in my hotel. To cut this story shorter so I don't wanna make it long, we went to Mall of America, we went to Water Park, I went to the 98 pounds buffet, which it's a Chinese restaurant, I went to Mall of America again, and then I chilled at my aunt's house. My first hotel screwed up my days of staying and said I booked on Expedia, which it's bullshit. I booked on their original website. They made me leave my hotel room. I am done with their hotel for good. The workers don't know how to do their fucking job. They deserve to be fired. But luckily I got my money back, but I'm not going to their hotel again. Fuck that. But luckily my aunt got me my new hotel room. It's even the same video where I did the hotel room tour. Go check it out if you wish to. But yeah, I like that hotel more because it's fancier and nicer and better. So yeah, on my last day on my trip, we drove 30 or 40 miles out of Minneapolis to go to the largest candy store. No shit on a stick, it's pretty big and have shitloads of candies, even from the 90s. I got a few candy I want to try. Sadly I didn't because my asshole brother stole my fucking candy, dick. And then after that, we hanged out at my aunt's house again, and then my cousin Damien took me to the Greyhound station to go home. I remember I got on the bus and people repeatedly told the bus driver to put the air conditioning on, but it wasn't working good, so oh well. So we went through Wisconsin, then Chicago, and then down to Shetland of Indiana. I came home quite tired but not too bad. I did sleep for a bit on the bus ride home, so yeah, that was my trip to Minnesota. I hope you like my story. I'll even go to another state at the end of the summer around that time. So yeah, if you like this story, then click like, and subscribe so you won't miss my fucking video in the future uploads, and if you hate my story, then too bad. I can share my experience of my trip. Go fuck with someone else's videos if you hate my content. If you guys like it, then congrats. So I will now get the hell out of here. You guys enjoy your night or day, whatever the fuck, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.